Hello, everybody, and welcome to 38 Weeks to Go, your weekly podcast about fantasy football. And we have our first interview of the season. Today we have Moses Chege, manager of Team KUBWA. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for having me down. I feel like this is the best I've started since like 2009. I'm a bit proud of myself.
No, I can imagine. It's been 3 game weeks and you're already number 2. This is your best
Yeah,
start in a long time.
actually, that's true. I feel like this is my season. But then also, I've bet on blue. So if it goes badly, it'll go really badly.
So now you're number 2 in the league. How does it feel in a very tough league?
No, it's good. It's a good feeling because this is the kind of league where you were used to being on page 2. So it's pretty competitive. So to be number 2, I feel like a good
Since the
start.
expansion, it's become very competitive.
Yeah. How many are we even?
I think about 190, somewhere there. I don't know your house is, and I haven't quite confirmed.
Then you see when page 2 is a dream. So it's good to kill page 1.
Yeah, especially at the beginning, it's about the small margins.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me, for those people, yeah, we are exactly 194.
Yeah. Eish. So you can imagine, even page 2, this season is going to be tougher than last season,
I know.
actually, or more competitive, which makes it very interesting also.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely, because every week, and you can be up tomorrow, you're down. I mean, at the end of game
Yeah, that's
one, I
true.
was on like top 10. I think I was number 6. I'd done something good, and now I'm like, let's not talk about me. We're talking about you. We're interviewing you.
You know, the problem with this thing for seesawing is the first weeks, it does that a lot. But it's better it's doing that on like page 1 than at the bottom. Because even at the bottom, it's what? You could be on page 3 and page 4 and just one bad game week, I think. In fact, double game weeks. But yeah. So I think maybe Goodmanson was my surprise for 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 this game. I don't know why. I was very sure Liverpool was gonna beat them. So I don't know. It was a swap. So it went well.
So
Even Allison gave me
you
points.
you brought in Goodmanson.
Yeah.
Oh, who had you?
Imagine. Let me see. Does it have the ones from before? No, it doesn't. I don't remember what I had. Uh,
Oh, I think it might have been Aitnuri.
yes, it was actually. It was. Then that game he got 1 point. That
So
game was very bettering.
what were you feeling about this game week? Like, what was the thoughts?
I was feeling lucky. I felt like Chelsea was going to win, so I knew my captain might come from there. But then I was like, it's Haaland. It's very hard not to play Haaland. But after watching these 2 games without what's his name, De Bruyne, even after this is, I think even after this game week, I think it's good. It's a double game week because without De Bruyne, I don't know. It's not as trouble. Yeah. So at least there's a break. So I can really think hard about it. But getting rid of Haaland makes me feel like I can spread my team more evenly. But I felt like he was gonna score, and I feel like we're very lucky he scored. Chelsea, I was like, I'm bet on Chelsea, so career. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what the morale is. I don't know. There's something that's not the same about Man City. Maybe it's just a slow start also.
You know what I think it is?
Because uh
I think that people don't fear them anymore. Like, if you remember in the past, teams used to just fear Manchester United.
yeah, for no reason.
And Man City had that aura, and now they've lost it.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like actually, yeah, because you see the week before when I bet on Tottenham, I was so sure that they were gonna beat Man City. But if you watch that game, you're like, hey, will Man City be the same this season? So for me, I don't know. I don't know. But also Tottenham, I think, is also better this season.
Okay, yeah, it's true. Tottenham is, I mean, last season they were like number 16.
It's fair. It's not a hard party.
Yeah,
But for what all the team is, I feel like they shouldn't have as badly as last season first, but they look better. They look solid.
what about, so you don't
I'm
believe
happy
that?
about the what do you call them? Defensive contributions. This guy had 12. Yeah, defensive contribution. Pedro Porro. So he got 4 points. I almost thought Icon he got a clean sheet and a yellow card. It's useful.
Yeah. No, definitely defensive contributions definitely will matter this season. And to be honest, I'm surprised about
Oh
Pedro
yeah.
Porro in particular because he's an attacking wing back and it's like Trent Alexander-Arnold having big
Correct.
contributions. Doesn't make sense.
I know what you mean, but no, but Trent is a bad example.
I mean, after him, it's basically
Salah, thank God I didn't make him my captain.
I wanted to ask about that.
You're saying?
You are more confident in Salah than you are in Haaland.
Wait, right now?
Yeah, because early on you just talked about removing Haaland from your team.
Yeah. No, you see, the thing about Man City is, for me, unlike most other teams, when they're playing a small team, they hammer them. So I was counting on that. Liverpool had a much harder game because it could have gone either way. I don't know what Arsenal would have shown up, but if I knew Madueke was playing, I would have bet on it 100%.
Actually, you're not a fan of Madueke.
No, that guy is a natural Jan horse. I'm very happy he's in that team.
Hey, wait, why don't you like Madueke?
I don't know. He just doesn't pass the ball. I don't know. It's the same thing guys hate about Garnacho. I feel like we got rid of and bought the same player. But maybe he might work, but I doubt it. But for me, Madueke, I would have played someone else. I would have even played Nicholas Jackson there. He doesn't pass. He's like Doku.
Doesn't pass, huh?
So he's gonna shoot a lot and give guys false hope, but really, he's not a pass. So he's gonna be interesting to watch. Because I do not think he's a good replacement for Saka.
Or even as a sub.
Yeah, even as a sub. I think they should play the other guy as quickly as possible. Eze.
Eze.
No, who do they buy?
Eze.
Eze, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, they bought Eze from.
Yeah, I think they should play him as soon as possible. Yeah. I saw the meme for when he's holding the trophy and he's like the caption is the last trophy he's going to win.
Arsenal fans have it rough.
I don't know. I feel like that is the crack. I feel like this is on the crack. I don't know. But let's just see. I think I'm only talking like this because the wind is on my side.
Okay. And speaking about the wind on your side, I see you have 3 Chelsea players. Are you a Chelsea fan?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. 100%. So I bet on blue. I have a feeling we'll do better than the last 2 seasons at the very least, or at least I hope we do. So it started well, had a good preseason. Until they fail, I don't feel like I have a reason to remove them.
Okay. So
And
does that mean when Palmer comes back, you'll be bringing him back?
I feel like in as great as Palmer was last season, for the price Enzo is, he was a lot better to have. Does that make sense? Like, by the end of the season, how many points do you think Enzo had of last season?
100 and something, maybe 130 or something like that. I'm guessing.
Yeah. I feel like 4, 5, or how much was he? 6?
Yeah.
He was a better buy. But Palmer, I don't know. I don't think I can afford him. It's a very hard thing to drop Haaland also. Because he hasn't also failed.
Yeah. And you know, what people
Yeah.
maybe don't really accept is that Palmer's breakout season was under Pochettino, and Pochettino milked everything he could out of him, and Maresca hasn't wanted to play a Palmer-centric type of
Like that.
football.
Exactly. I think so. But for the most part, it's working because I don't know why it feels like without De Bruyne, these guys are going to suffer. But I don't want that thing for someone's missing and suddenly the team can't play. I feel like it works. No, I'm not saying there's nothing like an individual brilliance. I just feel like it works against the team. Not constant rotation, but yeah, I feel like unless you're Messi, you don't need a completely solid position on a pitch.
Speaking of Messi, in your team, do you have somebody who must play? Like, do you have somebody who you're going to stay with the whole season?
I'll tell you, last season I had Mitoma and João Pedro for a large and Pedro Porro for I think most of last season. I don't know why I always have those 3, but I always do. And of course, Salah.
So that's the formula.
João Pedro, he's good for like the first 5 games, and then after that, he drops off. So I'm hoping we milk all of these points. There's a period he stops scoring. So
So
At that point in time, I'm thinking I'm gonna suffer from Nkitike or what's his name? Isaac. That's gonna be a hard choice. Because
you're gonna opt for Liverpool's gonna win. Liverpool's like for example, Salah is going to be on the right wing. Current Ekitike is starting. On the left, I think it's Gakpo. So you put wait to see who wins this battle because Isak will have to start at some point.
Yeah.
Because I think now Isak has made Ekitike a bit shaky to have.
Yeah, but you see, Nkitike has done nothing wrong unless you're just playing him because you wanted 400 him.
I mean,
I'd
that's why Vats
I'd start him before Gakpo
So you put him on the wing.
for now. Yeah.
I mean, it's valid. It's a possibility.
Well, I put Trojan Hope and they're both in the middle. I don't know. I feel like those guys, they become so flexible. It's how he decides to play. But they always use their subs. Because I remember a lot of the times I did get Gakpo's points. And I was very loyal to him the first few weeks. So, I don't know. They played everyone. It's like last season, it was very annoying trying to pick between everyone who was going to play. What was the other guy called? I feel like I forgot even their names. What's... R.I.P. the guy who passed away.
Jota.
Yeah, Jota and Diaz was the other guy.
Yeah, no.
But then Gakpo would play and then sometimes with that striker. Yeah. So I don't know. Liverpool, they shift a lot. So you can have anyone.
Okay. Yeah, no, in fact, I feel like this season they're going to be the Pep Roulette team, where today you
I feel like that's very true.
and then Isak is playing. You put
Because I don't think he changed that tactic. Even if it fails him, I don't think so.
yeah.
Hey, that team also, but it's a good team.
No, it's a good team. I mean, and they stocked up their team very well.
Yeah, I feel like they made the right choices.
Oh, and speaking of right choices, now we've had 3 game weeks. Do you have any players who have overperformed?
I don't know why I didn't see João Pedro coming, but I would call him the Trojan. Like, he's done well. He's done better than I expected him to do. Yeah. Him, everyone else, I feel like was solid. Even I put Ahmad just because of how well he treated me last season, and it was luck. Yeah, but yeah, no, João Pedro. I think João Pedro is my surprise.
And what about underperformer?
I feel like I'm keeping Saliba just to keep tabs on Arsenal. So if they lose, I don't know if he's underperforming or overperforming. But have they kept 2 clean sheets? Have they kept any clean sheets? Arsenal?
Yeah, against Man U.
Against Man U only.
And Leeds.
Oh yeah, and against Leeds. Yeah, he's given his points actually.
He's kept 2 clean sheets in 3 games.
I don't know. I don't have
performer.
It can't.
So maybe you don't have any underperformer, and that's fine.
Actually, that's true. I don't think so. My team is mad. I think that's why I'm number 2.
Yeah, that's fair. So
yeah, this was
that you brought in.
Yes, definitely.
Regrets of players you bring in.
That -4 I got was because of bringing in Haaland. So for him to get 18 points, it paid off.
Okay.
But
you have no regrets so far.
It was, I have no regrets. That was it was a very good decision.
Okay. And so now that you've seen, I want to talk about like strategy and preparation. Since you're number 2 already on the league and it's been 3 game weeks, how are you approaching this season compared to last season? Have you changed your mentality, or it's just Chelsea all the way and we will rise as high as Chelsea or in sync with them?
Now, that's the problem with heart. You have to decide how much heart you have. That's also why I was expecting João Pedro to fail so that I could remove him. I want to try to use my head, but if Chelsea keeps playing the way they're playing, I'm not going to do badly at all, because it's a wild card bet. It's not a bet you've made in like 3 or 4 seasons. So it'll work until their steam runs out.
Okay. So basically,
then I'll have to really start.
You're performing.
Yes.
And I'm seeing you guys have Enzo, Cucurella,
mine are very steamy,
and João Pedro.
Yeah.
So are you maybe
And if I could remove Haaland, we have to get Palmer, but I don't know. I feel like, yes, he's the player I really wanted to get from Chelsea, but João Pedro, he really impressed in that preseason, and he hasn't let us down yet. It's like if what's his name, Nicholas Jackson, scored 80 million. He was bought for 80 million. Is that real?
Yeah, I mean he has gone to Bayern on loan, and I heard that the price to buy is about 80. Maybe company can unlock something. Consistency.
This guy's a
We'll
businessman.
see. A gamble.
This guy's a businessman. It's a gamble, but Pedro actually scores the chances that he missed. That's what it feels like.
Like if you remember Slot last season, he barely played Nunez. He didn't give him the amount of chances that Klopp gave him. And
Yeah. That's true. Actually, that's very
maybe
true.
going to be hard like that.
I think so. Because
It's not
costing people games. You're there to do one thing. Yeah.
score is not.
It's like reverse Madbeke. Yeah, that's actually true. So this guy's a striker.
Yeah, that's for sure. And over the first few game weeks, have you seen a pattern? Is there something that you're seeing that you're going to be looking for in terms of like players or teams to look at? Because I ask this because
I'm very worried about Man City. I feel like the downfall pushing upon what do you call them? Arsenal. I feel like Man City, people are going to think they're going to win very many games that they're going to lose if they keep it up. I feel like they're the ones to watch for the most part because they don't look like a threat.
they're like last season, part 2.
Yeah, but even worse.
Okay, but I mean that's not bad. But you see, like for example, me Man City humbling number 3.
Number 3. Okay, yeah. 4.
4, something like that. Yeah, I think Newcastle was 4th.
Mm.
So they're not bad, which is fine. Now the question I have, because for example, Man City lost, but Haaland scored. And if they lose all the games and Haaland keeps scoring, I'm fine.
Yeah. I'm there for the points.
Yeah. So my question is,
But
from a fantasy perspective, are there players that you're seeing that are looking better than you thought? Or maybe worse than you thought? Are you hopeful for somebody? Have you seen signs of something?
I feel like, I wonder. No, not really. I feel like, who was it I was watching? Was it Sa? Sa is in which team?
Crystal Palace.
Oh, there must be many stars. Has he been good this season?
I mean, he scored against Aston Villa, but that's about it.
Yeah, I think it's him. And of course, Mateta.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I think those two.
So you're sort of looking at Crystal Palace players right now.
I feel like, you see that thing for they lost these players, people are thinking they're going to be worse than they are. And it's like they're baiting you for a sucker punch. They're not going to just start losing. I don't know. They're a trap, that team. They're pretty good. It's like when Chelsea drew the past game and guys were saying we drop points. I'm like, these guys literally have beaten all the big guys in the last few games. They have a weird record against the big teams in the last like 5 or 6 outings.
Yeah, no. The thing about Palace is that they have a really good manager, and he somehow brings things out of them, kind of like the way Bournemouth, Iraola does it.
Yeah. Hit or miss.
Yeah,
If his tactic works against the next team.
exactly. Now, I
Yeah.
was wondering, with all of these new chips that we've been given, like we have an extra wild card. Well, I guess the same. We've got an extra free hit, pretty much an extra everything. Have you used any of them yet?
I'm about to, though. Yes. No, not yet, but I'm going to use them early because keeping them was a bad decision last season. I was using it in games I felt like I had no control over. These are the remainder of the games. These are not good games to put your wild card on or your triple captain. So I was just like, as everyone's playing the big, small teams at the beginning of the season, I'm using it. I'm using all of them or most of them. I live like a wild card.
So have
So
you already figured out where, let's say, for example, like you have your first half triple captain? Are you targeting any fixture in particular? Or you have not?
Those are the best ones to bet on Haaland. I haven't thought about it, but I'm going to go look at last season's record and look whoever Haaland scored like 3, and I'm betting that game. History repeats itself. I don't know.
So
It's like joke penalty.
which one of the chips do you think you'll be using first?
Triple captain.
Triple captain.
Very fast one. It's triple captain. Then I'm going to do that. What do you call it? Free hit. I know you can change your team. Then the next week it changes.
Yeah.
I'll pick a balanced team. You can't do bench booster.
Not
You can't actually do both of them. Actually, really good. But either way, I'll use that free hit before I use bench boost. Yeah.
Okay.
No, and then no, I'll use the wild card before I use bench boost because I want I want the bench to be good when I'm using bench boost.
That makes
I
sense.
try and build it. Yeah. At that time, I'm getting rid of Haaland to do some things and maybe even Salah. Just get good guys, then lose 4 points the next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say that,
Actually,
like, it,
thought about it a lot more than I thought.
yeah, you've mentioned it quite a bit that you're looking to get off, especially Haaland in particular. So,
Yeah.
and
No, the both of them free.
this team. So, who are the people that you're seeking to bring in?
The Matetas.
The Matetas and the Sars.
And you know, a striker from one of the teams from the bottom will surprise us every season. The lap was good last season, but
Yeah, he won.
for Semenyos, you know, there's a range of players you can have.
That 6 to 7 price range.
Yeah. So you get 4 players, 4 very good players. If you lose maybe a 5th player and kind of balance it out.
And now that you've
So to get rid of them, you'll just get points. Yeah.
okay, no, that makes sense. And now that you've seen like Pedro Porro got his 2 defensive contribution points, is defensive contributions going to be something that you take into consideration?
I've never played fantasy like that. So it depends on the difference it makes, but you have to watch it. You have to. I feel like the defenders I have are good enough, but even that Pedro Porro 12 it's ridiculous. But does that mean now you start going to teams that get attacked more? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Teams that defend. Yeah, it's
No, yeah, no,
that's
but now
because he's the
that's true. Yeah, I don't know. It just depends on how it works, because some people really benefit from this and do like save their double points or saves that in the team.
no saves are the same. It's 3-3-3. But
It
if
would be a good tactic used in big games actually.
yeah,
When a small team is playing a big, yeah, you don't know how to use it actually, because you just pick their best defender because you know he has to have a good game even if he's going to lose.
and now like last season, Salah broke the points record, and
Yeah,
when he was playing, if you didn't captain him, it felt like you're not thinking. He was a no-brainer. And the season before that, it was Haaland.
yeah.
Do you see any success happening this season? Like, oh,
What fuck? Well, none of that is happening again because I feel like I don't know. Maybe Salah is a monster and he's a one-man army, but there's always a Casinati thing, and right now maybe the goals would be coming from his head. Get what I mean? So
yeah.
either he'll be the Trojan horse or Haaland will, but one of them for sure is going to drop points. They're going to fool us all. And I don't want to be one of those guys. That's the problem, because you have no reason not to have either of them. Was Haaland the top scorer last season?
Salah.
To Salah?
Yeah.
But as striker, who had the most points?
Salah.
Okay, remove Salah from there. Was it Haaland next, or was it
No, Watkins or something like that.
really? Oh yeah, Watkins has a great season. So that's true.
I think there were like 5 players who got 200 points. Haaland wasn't one of them. I think he got 176, something close to that. He was injured a lot last season.
Yeah, but you see, he still got 176.
Yeah, no, Haaland is quality. There's no doubting his quality. It's just that he was unavailable a lot last season. And
No, one of these two is gonna make up this season. Oh no, I just feel like we're gonna pay for having both of them. If you have both of them, it feels like it's not gonna last for long.
so how many blanks in a row will you give a player before you get off him?
2, unless it's a Chelsea player. 2.
So like for
Chelsea,
example,
I'll have headed about 3.
so like now for example, Salah didn't score against Arsenal. He doesn't score when they come back, he's out.
See now that's the real thing. It's him or Haaland. One of them has to go.
But Haaland has already scored, so he has at least 1 week.
One more chance. I know.
Why?
I do that about Salah, but one of them has to go. For your team to make it, one of them has to go.
For your team to make it.
Mm.
So what does your dream team look like? Since it seems like it's definitely not having both of them in your team.
Depending on Isako and Kitike, you just can't not bet on Isak also. I'd put Isak and get rid
Isak
of
was
Salah.
also one of the top performers last season. I forgot to say that.
Yeah. He's cheaper than Salah.
Yeah, he's 10 points.
He'll have something to do. Isak, when you watch him play, he's like a very polished, what do you call him, Nicholas Jackson. His assists, okay, I guess you need the other guy also to score, but he Nicholas Jackson also had that thing for the team morale. He passed a lot. I don't know. It's like when he was injured, Palmer was injured. They had a synergy of sorts. So if you have him, it'll be okay not to have Salah. I feel like one of the teams needs that kind of a person. And of the two teams, I think it's Liverpool. So I'll have Isak there, and then I'll have a better midfield. I don't know what a better midfield is right now, but the plan B for Liverpool is what I'm looking for.
So it sounds to me like you really believe in Liverpool this season.
Yeah, they're solid. They've they've been consistent for the last few seasons. So there's no reason not to fear them more than Man City even. They've given me more reason to fear them. They've been very consistent for the last like 3 or 2.
Okay.
So whatever their attack is, once you get an understanding of it, having the right other person is also dope. Because I wonder who the second most points in Liverpool was, or the third. How many more points did Salah get than him?
It was a lot because Salah
Which is a lot.
he was over 100, I think. Then first of all, number 2. So you can imagine of his teammate.
Yeah.
He got
But
his
that point,
performance last season was historic. It was the best fantasy performance in history since this began.
yeah, he was mad last season.
So
No, but I feel like for them to kind of graduate, they need to play less of him. They need that thing for Enzo Maresca now. They need a way to play without Salah. It's like Arsenal without Saka.
they need to find a way around.
I don't know. They need to, or start depending on him less. Because if me I was them, I would cash out before he drops.
I mean, that makes sense.
But
Okay.
I don't know.
So how do you feel about the promoted sides? Because they're not as easy as last season's were so far.
Actually, it's a good question. Who was promoted?
Sunderland, Burnley, and Leeds.
I like Leeds. Sunderland. Did they buy many people? Are they trying to do what Nottingham did?
Yeah, that's what Sunderland did. And they've won 2 out of 3 games.
So they could be a surprise if it's not. But to be fair, also West Ham is not that great
So you
this
think
season. I feel like they might get punished.
even though they beat Aston Villa 3-0. I mean, not Nottingham Forest, sorry.
I don't think Nottingham Forest, first of all, is going to have the same season they had last season. I feel like this season of all seasons, the top 5 is going to look very familiar. Because even Aston Villa is doing nothing. Yeah. But it's the start of, I feel like it's back to regular. This season feels like one of those ones. Because I think also Man will be a surprise.
Does that mean you'll be getting off Woods and Morgan Gibbs-White and the friends?
See, the thing about them is like, actually, surprisingly, when you look at Everton, where they're scoring goals, they might be a good team to invest in. But they score. Do you get what I mean? Like, they'll still score. It's like Semenyo. I feel really bad I didn't have him. Semenyo is one of those players I feel like I should have. In terms of like, he really helped me last season.
You know, you've said something interesting.
Uh-huh.
You've talked about Everton, and I was wondering, when I was asking you
About which one? About
if you were considering players. So Grealish is not a player you're considering?
he might be. I feel like, I don't know. I'm jealous of the people who jumped early. Because they've not been bad.
Yeah. And he doesn't have an international break, so
They've not been bad, actually. Yeah. I guess. But then you see they lost to Leeds also. Because I was just checking game week 1, their results.
Yeah.
And they lost 1 to Leeds. It's not a bad start for Leeds as well, huh?
But a win and a draw. They got the win, then they were hammered by Arsenal, and now they Leeds were 5-0.
And I feel like,
and then they drew.
Yeah. I'm just seeing that now. That feels like how Tottenham is. Tottenham, they're wild cards, but I feel like Man City is also going to be a wild card this season if they don't somehow pull up their socks.
Wait, are you comparing Leeds?
So I can't see them pulling up their socks. No, I'm just I'm comparing Tottenham and Man City. I feel like those two might be the wild cards of this season. Even Manu, at least they started by losing.
With Man U, it's just the same old, same old.
Yeah. Well, Manu, no, see, this guy just needs to be one more game when he's broken his own record. It's an entirely different coach. That's if he hasn't worked in a row.
Now, last season or the season before, I interviewed a guy called Mike Wow, who you might know. And he said that his biggest motivation in fantasy was to just finish on top of Bonaji.
Yeah. Where is he, by the way?
He's
Number 30.
he's at the last.
That's at the beach now.
And now my question for you is, so again, what are your motives for playing? Are you trying to beat somebody in particular? Or are you trying to beat everybody? Is this season, like, let's say you don't finish number one. If you're on top of somebody in particular, and that's enough for you, even if you're number 190 and he's number 191.
I feel like I have to beat LED this season and Bonaji. And I always look at, let's see. I feel like I always watch Sejo's G, Diagoals, Soko FC, your team.
Simnamijua?
Let's see. Where is it now? Is it even here? I'm really looking for that team, actually. Oh, okay. But also, to be fair, he started very badly last season. But yeah.
Okay, so there's a rivalry.
Yeah, there's a rivalry.
Okay, then.
So it's just to stay ahead. That season, the good thing of being here, at least this for a second time, means I once had this feeling. So now I'm gonna stay positive. So let's keep here.
As a humble leader, what kind of advice would you have to people who are struggling?
Copy my team one. Or just don't have Haaland and Salah. I feel like a more balanced league is going. There's I don't know. It feels like there's a greater depth of people who are scoring than counting on just two people. If it don't be a goal, it'll be assist. I don't know. I don't feel like one of those seasons where every other team everyone's not keeping a clean sheet. Or it's about to get that way. Yeah. But yeah, just copy my team. It's a good team. Yeah, and just bet on Chelsea until they start doing nothing. But I don't see that this is our champions. I feel like we'll go far this season.
Okay. And what about hot takes?
We'll do that.
Do you have any hot takes so far?
Like the Maduka is not a hot take, it's just an eventuality.
So now, I remember last time you said that you thought Saka was overrated. Do you still believe that?
I watched them play. I don't know. I don't know. He's like the heart of the team. I can't explain it. I don't think he's as good as everyone says he is, but to say he's bad would be insulting. So I'd have to say that thing for heart is like Ferguson. I don't know. When he's there, they're a different team. So I can't. I don't know what that is. Yeah, he has it. So I feel bad he didn't work out. But at least he's injured. They have Madueke. He's going to sabotage them. But not a hot take. I don't think I have a hot take for the season.
No, it's probably still too early.
You know what? Maybe Sesko won't go as many as Hoyland.
Sesko.
Yeah, is it Sesko?
So do you feel like from Gyökeres?
No, I feel like Gyökeres looks like the kind of person that scores against small teams. He might have very many goals this season. Because I think that's Arsenal's curse. They lose when they really don't need to.
Okay, so consistency.
That's why I think even this season, if Liverpool takes it, it won't surprise anyone.
That's true.
Yeah.
And do you think with the transfer business that Chelsea have done, do you think they're favorites? Do you think
businessmen?
I
like. You see, the thing about Chelsea is, I don't know how to say it, but there was a point in time I was telling you that if we play Real Madrid, we're going to lose that final. But if we get PSG to Mashinda, I don't know if you remember that. Those kind of games are going to win. Because as long as we get to a final where we're being thoroughly underestimated, we'll win that one. But they're still kids. I feel like the aim of this team is like in a year. I think if there's any consistency this season and they keep scoring, it'll take them to like number 2 or number 3.
You know, I don't know if you remember, but last season, when Chelsea were performing great, they were asked, "Are you contenders?" And then Maresca said no, and then Chelsea crumbled.
Yeah,
So do you think he should say yes this season?
I think he already has. I feel like he said it already. But yes, there's no hiding behind that, especially after the Club World Cup, because absolutely no one expected us to beat PSG. In that game, I was 100. I could have bet everything. It's the same as the Tottenham game. But just some games you know you're going to win. So, and then they also won the other final. I don't know. It's just confidence, and at least they're winning things. So even if it's for, I don't know, their mental or something, maybe it'll grow. But I feel like Liverpool's a more mature team. I think for wildcards, but Liverpool's a more mature team.
Let me ask
They'd
you.
be a hard team to beat.
No, I totally agree. It'll be definitely a difficult team to beat. Let me ask you a question. Now, when you're making your team, now after you've chosen your 3 Chelsea players,
Mm,
what what do you take into consideration for the other players?
mm. So instead of defensively, I think it might change the season, but I'd rather attackers that are cheap.
Attackers that
First of all, my bench is useless. My bench is completely useless. If they play any of them, it's amazing, but I spend the least amount possible on 3 players first. And then I either go by defensive record. Like Everton last season was surprisingly good, but I feel like I'm more attacking. So I like the people who are more likely to give an assist. And Pedro Porro last season was scoring goals. Saliba was scoring goals. And they were keeping clean sheets. I don't know why I have a Liverpool keeper. I felt like it's easier to have a keeper than to have a defender. Because Van Dijk also him, I think is growing old. But the last defender, the best at the cheapest from whatever. Like I just picked the top one and put bias out of it. Then I try and build a very balanced team. But because of having Correa on defense, he costs a lot. So he changed that tactic a bit. So I might be counting on defense.
I don't know if you
But someone like him, if he hit goal or he assists.
mm, I don't know if you've noticed, but like game week 1, the top performer of game week 1 was Ballard. Game week 2, it was Timber. Game week 3, it was Gay. Do you think it's the year of defenders?
It might be. It might be. If that trend goes on, it might be. I feel like now I wonder if they're gonna add anything for what do you call them, for keepers.
Keepers already had the thing for saves.
The thing for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just needed to add
I
some.
wish I played when Shane Given played.
Sorry?
Yeah, but now I'm saying I wish I played that. I like keepers. I wish I was playing fantasy when Given was playing. That guy used to be tested, huh? Would have given point. But
Would have been amazing.
you're right that like it might be a very interesting time for defenders. At least you have to consider them now.
Yeah, it's making fantasy
Not
a
even defenders. I think defenders
interesting game.
midfielder. How many points do you think what's his name got? Let's see. Or what's Chelsea's defensive?
Caicedo.
Yeah. Has he got any points from this? He looks like someone I think could really benefit from this.
I've been seeing like didn't he score in the last game? He's been playing well so far. I think he got 5 in this game. He's had a good start to the season.
That's true. Let me check. Let me just check. Hold on. Oh, Grealish has 22 points already.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
Enzo was a really good play. Hmm. Sa 18 points. Johnson. Did he come on as a sub?
Brennan Johnson.
No.
No, he's been starting every game. Kudus on the right and him on the left.
Caicedo is 11th. 17 points.
Yeah, so he's been doing well.
Yeah, he's actually started really well. But you also seeing defensive midfielders higher up. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think you'll have to you, there's no alternative. You have to consider it.
That's true.
At some point time will tell.
Okay.
Because there'll be some people who no matter what they'll just perform. Because consistency, even in a bad game, a defensive midfielder gets bonus.
Yeah, he'll make defensive contributions.
So yeah, actually, yeah. Let's just wait and see how it plays out. Because I feel like at this point in time, if you want defenders, you have to pick from the bad teams because they'll be defending a lot.
That's true. We're defending for their lives.
Yeah. Like West Ham, if some defender wakes up or something and just pick him.
It's true. Oh, but like in the last game, he didn't play Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka made a couple of mistakes against Chelsea.
Evans he made, and he was responsible for most of the goals.
Yeah.
I think it's only one.
Moved. And maybe that was just the
Yeah,
solution.
actually, yeah, that's a very good decision. Maybe that thing for harmony of the team, it counts.
Yeah.
It really does. So
Yeah, so now
today
we come to the end of my questions. I wanted to ask you if you
Uh-huh.
have any comments, anything you want to say to the people behind you.
Presents. What?
Peasants.
Yeah, present. Nice to
You're going to give them some points.
Just copy my team. Yeah, no, on Christmas or Christmas time. So I'm still number one. But good luck. Good luck. May the best me win.
All right. Good luck, and I hope we will be talking again.
Night and go Chelsea.
Thank you for your time, Mr.